Instead of being envious towards others, maybe have a little bit of gratitude for what you have. You know, a lot of times you find that like you're comparing yourself a lot, and man, I do this so much. Like, I'm talking about like every day, man. Comparing myself to my friends, to people I see on the internet. And it's like, it's just unhealthy, you know? Just comparing yourself this much and being so envy of what other people have. And it could be over anything, you know? You could envy that one friend who's in a loving relationship. You could envy that one friend who's able to make so many jokes. And, you know, every single time people are just laughing. You could envy a lot. But through that envying, and if you just focus on that, you start to lose sight of what's actually important, you know? A lot of times we take these little things for granted, you know? I compare myself to other people on the internet because, oh, I'm not as big as he is, you know? I don't have the fame that he has, you know? I don't have the relationship that he has, you know? And it's like, I have a perfectly working body. What is this guy doing? I have a perfectly working body. I can eat. I can breathe. I have loving parents. And most important, I have a God who loves me with all his heart. And it's like, you take for granted so many little things, and you just focus on like the big thing, and you just lose sight of everything, you know? Be grateful for what you have. You know, the mercy that God gives us, be grateful for that. Because I sin every single day. You know? Whether that be with lust or pride or whatever it could be. The mercy that God gives us, don't take that for granted, man. Change. Become better. Become a better person. Don't envy what other people have. Don't try to impress this world, you know? All these showy material things, it's a means to an end. They mean absolutely nothing. Be humble, you know? Be humble and genuinely enjoy every single day that you live. Don't keep procrastinating because you don't have the money that this person has, or you don't have the girl that this person has. Don't lose sight of what's truly important, which is, you know, serving God, serving your faithful Father. You know, I know it's said all over, you know, he died for your sins, but it's like, it's just more than that. There's so much more than that. He gives you mercy. He's there when you're alone, when you mess up, you know, and you feel like you're nothing. He's there. You know? He's there to guide you in the right direction. You know? He's there for all of your needs. He hears your cries, you know? He hears your prayers. I have full confidence of that. So don't get caught up in the motions of this world, envying and wanting what other people have. Just try to be yourself, you know? Why would you want to be something else? It just doesn't make that much sense to me. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I have to say. See you later, baby girl.